Hi. Hi. So look, here's the thing. Got a private practice, and you're thinking, you're tired. You're tired of your practice. You're tired of feeling a little burnt out. You're tired of not working with clients who jazz you up, right? Who get you excited, who make you want to jump out of bed, and you're feeling like perhaps this isn't what you want to do anymore. Maybe you don't want to have a private practice anymore. So today what we're going to talk about are 3 ways to pivot your private practice so that you can make more money, or so that you can have more free time, or so that you can create additional revenue streams. Okay? So for those of you who want to create additional revenue streams, great, that's what we want to do, right? We want to be able to have opportunities that leverage our skill set and our time, so that if one thing goes away, you've got another possibility. It's the same thing as marketing your private practice. It's like have several different ways that you market your practice so that you never are reliant on one thing. You're never reliant on one thing. If you're reliant on one thing and that thing goes away, that's terrifying, right? That's terrifying. So we want to make sure that you not only have multiple revenue streams, but you have multiple ways to market to your ideal clients. Okay? Who wants to be able to pivot their private practice? Like what would be one reason? And if you're watching the replay, like, hey, tell me, still participate. I will get back and answer your questions. Tell me why you want to pivot your practice. Like, what's coming up for you? Is it that you're burnt out? Is it that you're tired? Is it that you're getting paid not a lot of money? We're going to talk about that today. Here we go. So we all started, right? We all started wanting to help people, and then typically we all like in the one-on-one mode. And then after years of doing this, right? I don't know about you, raise your hand, right? After years of doing private practice or years of working one-on-one with clients, like it's exhausting. It can be exhausting. Now, while it's wonderful on many levels, like it gets to the point that like I don't know about you, but how many of you have ever been bored out of your mind? So the exhaustion isn't just because you're just churning out, 20 clients a week or 30 clients a week at like 150 bucks, 200 bucks an hour. It's not that. It's also the boredom. I know a lot of you are creative, you're entrepreneurial, and you want to be able to have creative flexibility when working with people. You want to have creative flexibility inside your business, and you can't, right? You can't. It's like you're in this box, this medical model box. So here's some options for you. Ready? Number 1, the very first thing to do to pivot your private practice is make the decision right here and right now that you want to be wealthy. Literally, this is decision. Pick a number that you want to make. Like, how much money do you want to make? Why is this so important? Number 1 is when you pick a number of how much money you want to make, then you can truly create a process, systems, a plan to achieve that. If you are someone who's just taking insurance, taking whoever walks in the door, taking any referral, you really have zero control over your income. And this is part of the reason that you feel burnt out and fried, because you're only taking what's coming to you. You're not doing any really effective money making marketing. Okay. So you have to make that decision that you're going to allow yourself to have as much money. Here's an example. I literally just got off a call with people in one of my group programs, and they were talking about where am I going to find people to do coaching with? You know, they make 150 bucks an hour, and she's like, well, these are only the people that I know. Well, there's the whole mindset around being a therapist and believing that people don't have the money. And there's a whole methodology for actually marketing to people who have financial resource to invest with you, whether it's double your rate as a therapist or add on an additional revenue stream of coaching. First, it's you deciding that you want to be wealthy. And wealthy means different things to different people. It could be that you want to make 10 grand a month, 100 grand a month, 20 grand a month, or it could be that you want to work like 2 days a week. So you get to define what wealthy is, but you have to allow that for yourself. What if you just allowed yourself to be well paid, to be well respected, and to be a woman of wealth? Just breathe that in a minute. Breathe that in a minute. What would that be like for you in your life? Number two, similar to how much money do you want to make, allowing yourself to be wealthy, is leverage your time. Write this down. Leverage your time by knowing your money numbers. So many people who come to me, even they're making great money, and yet they're leaving like tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, like sprinkled all around them on the table because they don't actually know their numbers. No one gets wealthy by winging it. Write that down. That's like share that. No one gets wealthy by winging it. No one gets wealthy by winging it. We all know our numbers. We all have to. I have to have a target for what I want to hit. Now, I know that out in the world, you probably see it all over your Facebook feed, right? People are like, well, just go and blah, blah. No. Every successful business owner that I know that is wealthy is not winging it. You guys, you have to know your numbers. Here's an example of a way to pivot your business. You've probably, some of you are like, you do not want to bring in contractors. Here's the deal though. If you are getting referrals and let's say you've capped out, like I can't take any more clients. Okay. A couple of things that you can do. Number one is you can increase your rates so you can make more money. But after a while, what that's not really leveraging your time. What about actually hiring a contractor? Now, as soon as I say that, some of you are like, I don't know, that's so much work. When somebody is a referral to you and you don't have space to take them and you turn them away, all you did was give thousands of dollars to someone else. Take a second and think about that. When you turn a referral away, you have just handed over $2, $3, $5,000 to someone else. Let's say you only refer, you turn away 4 people a month and your average client is $3,000. That's $12,000 a month, you guys, that you're saying, bye $12,000, bye. Why are you doing that? I want you to think about if you brought in a contractor, let's play the numbers. Let's say you only charge normally $150. You brought in a contractor, it was a 60-40 split, you get 40% of 150. Here's the numbers, okay? Let's say that person sees 10 clients, right? 10 clients that you finally referred. So you got Sally Jane, she's your 1099, and you're making 40% of that 150, which is $60, right? She sees 10 clients a week. That's $600 a week times 52 weeks. That's $31,200. So you might be like, for $31,000, that doesn't feel like it's worth it to me to bring on a contractor. Here. How long do you plan on having your career? So granted, you may want to go to coaching, but why would you not maximize your revenue stream inside your private practice if you're able to? So let's say you just only want to work 10 more years and you only ever made that percentage, right? We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars over the next the next 10 years. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The next 10 years. Right? Let's flip this number because I think I said, actually I made an error. I said $60 for you. In reality, it's $40. So for her, you're paying her $31, right? So if you had 10 clients a week and you're taking 40%, that's $400 a week. That's $20,000 a year, a little over $20,000. You have your company for 10 years. That's $200,000. Every time you turn someone away, I want you to think about it's not just the immediate, it's time, it's over time. It's over time. One of my clients, she has $1 million private practice, you guys. We're working together to solidify her revenue streams while she's pivoting into coaching. She just hired 2 more contractors. So now she can start turning over some of her private clients to them. She's still getting 40%. Her private clients, she's jacked up the rate. So now she has space to be able to work on her coaching business. Really, really consider this, because let me tell you the truth. It's not going to change when you become a coach just because you're like, I can charge $10,000 now. There'll be a moment where even if you decide you're only going to leverage your time by doing a group program, or which that's number 3, eventually you still need some help, right? So number 3. Again, I want to reiterate those numbers because I know I misspoke them. So 60-40 split at $150, that 40% of that, yes, is $60 in your pocket. $600 a week if that contractor sees 10 clients, right? So that is for you in your pocket, $31,200 for 10 years. And I'll put the number, I'm going to come back and put the numbers in here. For 10 years, that's $312,000, guys. $312,000. I knew I had done it right. It just threw me with the 60-60. Anyhow, know your numbers, right? Sometimes I rewrite these numbers down, you guys, a million times. Every single day, by the way, every single day, I write out my numbers. Every single day, I write out my numbers. Why? Because I'm a business person. I need to know my numbers. And it doesn't come super easy for me because I'm not a spreadsheet person. But I have to know my numbers. I'm profitable. If you don't know your numbers, guys, you may not be profitable. Make sense? Okay, here's number 3. Offer a high ticket online group coaching program that's all around coaching. Nothing to do with therapy. So an online high ticket group program, launch it 6 times a year, like a minimum 6 times a year. Okay. I'm going to give you the numbers to this so you can start really getting clear on what real numbers are. Let's just say, I mean, this is so exciting. We've just planned out I've just given you a plan for an extra $150,000 a year, guys. Okay, ready? Let's say you have a $2,000 group program. Let's just say you're starting with $2,000. Maybe it's like a 90-day program, $2,000. And you have 10 people in it. And you do 3 calls a month. Okay? You do that 6 times a year. And every time you only sell 10 people in it. You can sell more, but I'm just for ease of numbers. Right? So that's 20,000. 10 times 2K is $20,000. You launch this repeatedly 6 times. That's $120,000. Why do you need to launch it multiple times? Because you want mastery over it. I know some of you have seen me do the social media challenge. We did this last clarity workshop, right? Once you become repetitive with these launches, it becomes easier. It builds your authority. People see it and they go, oh, I missed it last time. I want to do it this time. Now, here's the magic behind a group program. Then you have additional revenue sources where you can sell somebody maybe into a private VIP day. You have the ability to have good client retention. There's so many more things to it.